The reading. When people see some things as beautiful, other things become ugly. When people see some things as good, other things become bad. Being and non-being create each other. Difficult and easy support each other. Long and short define each other. High and low depend on each other. Before and after follow each other. Therefore, the master acts without doing anything and teaches without saying anything. Things arise and she lets them come. Things disappear and she lets them go. She has but doesn't possess, acts but doesn't expect. When her work is done, she forgets it. That is why it lasts forever. The narrative. In the province of Hunan, where the mountains dissolved into morning mist like ink dropped into still water, there lived two potters in the same village. The first was named Wei. He was celebrated throughout the region. Merchants traveled from distant cities to purchase his work. Vases so delicate they seemed to hold moonlight. Tea bowls that fit perfectly in the palm as if the clay had been waiting its whole life to meet that particular hand. Wei's name was spoken with reverence. His workshop was always crowded with admirers, and he accepted their praise with a gracious bow. The second potter was called Old Chen. He worked in a small hut at the edge of the village, near the bamboo grove where the wind sang through hollow stalks at dusk. Few people visited him. His pots were simple, rough, unadorned, the kind a farmer might use to store rice or collect rainwater. No merchant sought his work, no scholar wrote poems about his craft. One autumn, a young man named Liu arrived in the village. He wished to learn pottery. Naturally, he went first to Wei's magnificent workshop. "Master Wei," Liu said, bowing deeply, "please teach me the secret of your greatness." Wei smiled and gestured to the shelves lined with his creations. "Study these forms," he said. "Learn to make what the world calls beautiful, and you will never go hungry." Liu apprenticed with Wei for 3 years. He learned to shape clay with precision, to control the fire, to glaze with colors that caught the light like precious stones. His pots were admired, yet something gnawed at him, a hollowness he could not name. One evening, walking through the bamboo grove, Liu heard a rhythmic sound. He followed it to Old Chen's hut and found the old man at his wheel, shaping a simple bowl. The firelight flickered across Chen's weathered face. He did not look up. Liu watched in silence. The old man's hands moved without hesitation, without strain. The clay rose and fell beneath his palms like breathing. When the bowl was finished, Chen set it aside without examining it, without satisfaction or disappointment. He simply began another. "Why do you not inspect your work?" Liu finally asked. Old Chen paused. He looked at Liu with eyes as calm as a forest pool. "The river does not stop to admire the stones it has polished," he said. "It simply flows." Liu sat down on the earthen floor. "Master Wei taught me to create beauty, but the more I chase it, the more it escapes me." Old Chen wiped his hands on his apron. The smell of wet earth and wood smoke filled the small room. "When you name something beautiful," the old man said, "you have already created ugliness. When you call yourself skilled, you have already planted the seed of failure. These two arise together like shadow and light. One cannot exist without the other." Liu frowned. "Then how does one create anything at all?" Old Chen gestured to the shelf behind him. Dozens of simple pots sat there, some cracked, some lopsided, all honest. "The wheel turns, the clay rises, the fire burns. I do not create, I participate." He placed his hand on his chest. "When the work is done, I do not carry it here. I set it down, I forget it, and so I am free to begin again." The young man stayed with Old Chen through the winter. He learned no new techniques, he received no praise, but slowly something within him began to soften, a tightness he had carried without knowing. By spring, Liu returned to his own wheel. His pots were neither famous nor forgotten. They were simply made. and for the first time that was enough. The interpretation. This is the teaching Laozi offers in the second chapter. The moment we label one thing as beautiful, we cast another into shadow. The moment we declare ourselves successful, we create the possibility of failure. These opposites do not war with each other, they birth each other. Difficulty and ease, long and short, high and low, none can stand alone. They lean into one another like dancers inseparable. And so the sage, the master, the wise one, does not force. She acts without grasping, she teaches without lecturing. When things arise, she allows them. When things pass, she releases them. Old Chen understood this. He did not cling to his creations or measure himself by their reception. He participated in the process, then stepped aside. This is Wu Wei, effortless action, not through laziness but through alignment. The river does not try to polish stones, it simply flows, and the stones become smooth. When the work is done and forgotten, Laozi tells us that is why it lasts forever. What we release becomes eternal. What we clutch crumbles in our hands. The modern practice. So how do you carry this ancient wisdom into your own life? First, notice your labels. Today you will call something good and something bad. You will judge a meeting as productive or a conversation as awkward. Observe these labels without believing them completely. Ask yourself, what opposite am I creating right now? When you call your morning a failure, you set an impossible standard for the afternoon. Soften your judgments and you soften the world. Second, act without keeping score. Do one kind thing today that you do not mention to anyone. Help a stranger. Finish a task at work without waiting for recognition. Let the action complete itself and then release it. Do not carry it in your heart as evidence of your goodness. The moment you count your generosity, it becomes a transaction. Third, let go of the finished work. Perhaps you have achieved something recently, a project completed, a goal reached, a difficult conversation navigated. Notice if you are still holding it, replaying it, measuring yourself by it. Set it down. The river has already moved on. You are not the stones you have polished. You are the water still flowing. Tomorrow requires your presence, not your trophies. This is the quiet power of Chapter 2. Not the power of accumulation, but the power of release. Not the strength of grasping, but the strength of open hands. This has been Chapter 2 of the Dao De Jing. In the next video, we will explore the third chapter and put everything into a story and simple interpretation for daily lives. Click on the next video if you want to find out more about the philosophy of Dao De Jing.